Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a great start to your Thursday. The New Holland Brewing Company is set to kick off the 6th annual Barrel Bash this weekend. And joining me now to preview the event, give us a little bit more detail surrounding it, we are now being joined by Kyle Pellegrino with New Holland. Kyle, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Very excited to get the chance to talk to you again. This is the 6th annual Barrel Bash. For those who maybe haven't heard of it yet, or maybe haven't even gotten the chance to head on out to one of the New Holland locations, what is Barrel Bash? Can you kind of explain that for us?
So Barrel Bash started 6 years ago, pre-COVID. We had, with our Holland location, our Grand Rapids location, we would feature barrel-aged beers. We do have a couple barrel-aged spirits, but beer was primarily the focus when we first started this. As our company's grown, we've added 2 spirit-only tasting rooms in Saugatuck, South Haven. We've added another pub here in Battle Creek, which is where I'm at today. And so with that and with the growth of our spirit program, we've started to highlight and feature spirits a bit more. This being the 6th time around for some of our locations, this is only the first Barrel Bash for us here in Battle Creek today. So we're getting ready to actually tap some beers early. We're going to tap them today instead of tomorrow and kind of start previewing all the goods today here.
And kind of just touch on some of the things that people can kind of expect to get out of it, whether it is a 10-day event, so whether they head out to, the Grand Rapids location, the Holland location, any of the locations, what are some of the things that they can expect to taste, see, experience really during Barrel Bash?
Well, one of our flagships, our big, beer that pays the bills around here, Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Stout. We definitely have our original. We have some of the Dragon's Milk family on, but then we're adding a bunch of reserves or flavored variants that we've done. So we've got up to 20 barrel-aged beers going on tap, including Dragon's Milk Coconut, Mocha Mint. We've got Triple Mash, which is the highly sought after 17% release that we do. We've got a couple of different years of that. So a pretty wide draft lineup. And then on the spirit side, we've got a couple of cocktails that are featuring our barrel-aged spirits. We're releasing a barrel-aged blueberry gin. We just did that like last week. So kind of fun on both sides of the aisle there. And then I think the big highlight Saturday. So this Saturday, the 18th, at all of our locations, we'll be releasing Origin Toasted Barrel Bourbon. It is our #1 highly sought after spirit right now. But there will be 4 iterations. There'll be a whole big release party at 10 a.m. at all of our locations this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Right now, and this being the 6th edition of Barrel Bash, was there sort of an emphasis to kind of provide people a little bit more options, or potentially just kind of focus on it, as you mentioned, the Dragon's Milk being super popular, just kind of focusing on that?
Well, we do have some Journey series beers. So these were different barrel-aged beers that aren't under the Dragon's Milk brand. So we've got a Fooder barrel-aged white sour with apricot and peaches. We've got another one with like orange juice and honey. So there's some sours. There's some. We've got a 25th anniversary. It's a rum barrel-aged beer. So there's a little variety on the beer side. But yeah, it's always do more than we did last year. And so as like Grand Rapids and Holland are probably seeing the most beers they've had on tap be barrel-aged at one time. Battle Creek here, it's kind of just getting it the first time, getting our feet under us and getting the team knowledgeable on the products and ready to sell,
Right. No, absolutely. Sounds like there's going to be something for everybody, depending on no matter what you like. Kyle, kind of shifting gears just a little bit. The sense of barrel age, that's kind of the focus behind Barrel Bash, these barrel-aged drinks and beverages. Kind of just touch on what makes barrel age such a great marketing tool for people. You see that and you think, oh, that's going to be really good. What is it about barrel-aged things that really gets people excited and really brought you guys to creating this event in the first place?
Well, barrel-aged beer, obviously beer being where we were strong first. Barrel-aged beers, we do our Dragon's Milk in barrels that had previously had bourbon. So the barrel will impart some of those bourbon characteristics along with the oak and characteristics of the wood itself. Even into our sour program, barrel aging some sours, kind of just add a really nice flavor, different characteristics to the profile there. On the spirit side of things, we have our beer barrel bourbon, which ages in a barrel that had previously had Dragon's Milk. So you see how the 2 brands kind of tie together. But even when we talk about our gin, so Knickerbocker gin, nice floral, citrusy, kind of strong, seasoned flavor to it. When you barrel age that spirit, and we do have a barrel aged Knickerbocker gin, it's a little more mellow, a little more smooth. We kind of consider all those sharp notes on the edges a little more rounded out. And so just barrel aging will impart different characteristics into your spirits as well. And that's where all the spirit gets their color as well.
All right, Kyle, and we're very excited for the 6th annual Barrel Bash that kicks off this weekend. Before we let you go, though, we do want to hear from you as somebody who's pretty familiar with everything going on at New Holland. Why should people really consider heading on out to this 10-day event, whether it's for all 10 days or really just one of them, and really experience everything about Barrel Bash?
So definitely, the beer. The beer's really good. The cocktails, we've got a really great cocktail program. But I think touching back on the toasted origin aspect of this, so we have our Dragon's Milk Origin, small batch bourbon. This one was actually, and I've got to pull it up. We got some acclamation this year, some recognition on it. So Dragon's Milk was named Best of Class at the annual American Distilling Institute competition. And then it was also named World's Best Bourbon by Forbes magazine this year. So along with that Dragon's Milk Origin, we do toasted iterations or kind of, single barrel special releases with it. We've had a honey origin in the past. We've done some toasted in the past. So now this Saturday, with the release of 4 new toasted barrels, there are limited allotments for every location. We'll be opening at 10 a.m. and we expect lines at every door. Holland definitely gets a good line. But tasting rooms have a little bit smaller allocation. But so we'll be releasing those 4 new products into the wild on Saturday. So I would highly, if you're a big bourbon fan, especially with our origin, get out on Saturday to check that out. But even beyond that, for all 10 days, we're going to be offering a rare pour spirit menu behind our bar. So some of these releases in the past that have sold out, we hid away a few bottles. And so we're pulling them out now. The honey origin that I mentioned, we will have that available behind the bar. So you can get a pour of that. You can't buy any bottles to go, but some of those rare pour spirits are going to be available behind the bar for all 10 days of this event.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, yeah, Kyle, like I said, we're very excited about it. And I do want to remind everybody watching that if you'd like to learn a little bit more behind the scenes, get some more information regarding Barrel Bash, you can definitely find everything you need to know right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Kyle, one last time, thank you so much for stopping by today. We really do appreciate it.
And thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see y'all soon.
Absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.